Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. Hello friends. Hope you're doing great. My name is Lady Calamere. And I am doing my 274th presentation. And it's going to be on the Norse Jotun, god of the sea, Aegir. Aegir, who's also called Aegir and Gymir, Gymir. So, who is he? Well, last year around this time, I did a presentation on his sister and wife, Ran, or called Ran here, which her name means lady and robber, as a thief. Now, Aegir is a noun for the sea himself, and known to be the god of the ocean, seen as the ocean. The Vikings had a more personal and more positive attitude towards the ocean and seas than the Saxons did. They had more of a relationship. So, Aegir, his colors are blue, sea green, as well as a sea gray. The fish and the mammals that live in Aegir, or like his animals. His element is water. His planetary associations was the moon and can also be seen as Neptune. He is a giant, but gets along with many of the Norse Aesir and Vanir. In fact, he throws lavish parties. Sorry, he's a lavish host with lavish parties. So, Aegir is represented, one of his symbols is that of rough waves. So anyways, I want to give credit where credit is due. This card comes from The Giant's Tarot by Raven Caldera. You can go to Asphodel Press and order it there, or see if they have it at your nearest New Age or occult store or bookstore. But you might be better off finding it on Asphodel Press. So he is represented here as the King of Cups. His hall is the Aegirheim, the Hall of Aegir. Aegir okay, so there's a lot of people only see that there are only two places that the dead can go, and that would be Valhalla, which is Valhalla, or Helheim, Hell, down to Hell's Ring. But there's different places, and one of the places that you can end up at, especially if you die at sea, is in the realm of Aegir, at least for a time being. How is the underworld there? How is his underworld with Ran? Well, it is said that there is banquets, feasting, partying, lots of food, and lots of drink, and Aegir is the best among the brewers. Now, Aegir brews ale, mead, and beer. He can really brew that stuff up. Aegir is okay, so let me give you a bit of his personality. He can be very gracious, sharing, and giving, but yet he can be very capricious. He embodies not only the peaceful aspect of the sea, but also its destructive aspects. He is also, his temperament is phlegmatic, let's just say that. Peaceful, but he can be also be cruel and greedy and take back from the land. That he can just start taking land and expanding his kingdom. He also creates, he's also one to create storms above the oceans. We're talking funnel, we're talking water spouts, undertows, whirlpools, giant waves, and tsunamis. The fire of Aegir. What is the fire of Aegir? Good question. The fire of Aegir is gold. And it says that when he hosts banquets for the gods, his gold is so bright it lights up his kingdom and no other light is needed. He loves gold. His metal is gold. In fact, sailors would take some gold coins with them in case there is rough seas. They would throw a coin in so that they would, that maybe Aegir and Ran would spare their lives. So he feeds all manner of folk in his underground hall. He has a huge, gigantic, ginormous cauldron, which Thor stole from Hymir and gave to Aegir to brew his ale for all to feast and enjoy from. So he can be very fatherly, but also very like destructive and overwhelming. So it was said, this was of course possibly propaganda, that the Saxons would uh, take 1/10 of their prisoners and throw them into the ocean as a sacrifice to Harn and Aegir. And we know how, the one conquering nation or religion will make propaganda against another. We see that happening with the Jews in Nazi Germany. We have seen this with Christians against the church, against the folk religions and paganisms. We have seen this with just about anyone. Like, basically, might is right. So whoever conquers gets to write his story. I have a big connection to the oceans. I've always lived near a body of water, pretty much, except when I was living in Arkansas. But you know, being in the different states I was, like New York and Louisiana, Florida, and other places where I'm by a beach, I'm by a coast, I'm by the Gulf, I'm by Lake Pontchartrain, I'm by the Hudson River, I'm by, you know, by bodies of water. So yeah, or I'm by lakes, a connection to water. So what would you offer him? Gold, jewelry, gold, coins, or at least coins. If you give him a beer, give him a good one. Give him a good brew. Give him good ale. Give him mead. MEAD. MEADE is different, which I think he likes MEAD better than MEADE. So mead, MEAD is fermented honey. MEADE is wine, honey wine, wine with honey. So there's two different. He likes mead, IPAs, ales, beers, water. He likes shells, pearls, fish. Uh, give him, modern times, you can give him sushi or sashimi, as well as sashimi. You could give him oysters. You could give him shellfish, fish, seafood. He enjoys having, even if you can give him a little iron cauldron, that's cool. He likes, I mean, you can't go wrong with sweets, especially when you think about the Swedish fish. You ever eat them? Look them up. Swedish fish. It's candy. You could give him that, and that's cool for people who don't want to offer flesh. You can give them Swedish fish. You can offer melons to him because they're full of water. Cantaloupes, melon, watermelons. Don't matter which color of watermelon. Honeydews, any type. Crenshaw melons, any type of melons will go good with him. Star fruit. That's, especially when you cut it and it's a star, give him that. That is awesome offering for him. So his symbols are definitely like the uh, rush, the rough ocean waves, a huge cauldron, fishing spears. His he likes his herb is ground ivory. I'm sorry, ground ivy, as well as seaweed. That's also a good offering. Nori. You can give them nori or seaweed, anything with seaweed. That's also a good offering. So put that. Go back to your offering and put down nori sheets. You can get that or seaweed, and you can make good things with it. You can make your own sushi with it. So have a drink. So give him the offering first. Pour it if you're by an ocean. Pour it in. If you're not, go by his altar, whether it's temporary or permanent. Give him some offering, or make seawater, like salt water. And if you want, you can put little shells in it, and that can be a temporary thing for to represent Aegir and pour Aegir and pour Aegir. Sorry, not Aegir. Aegir, and pour the liquid in, and drink some yourself, and have a talk, have communion with this god. So remember, he is a master brewer. Sea salt is also a mineral of his. So you can get creative. You can get Celtic sea salt, Himalayan sea salt, Hawaiian sea salt. You can just get Mediterranean sea salt. So, you know, it doesn't matter. So you can get creative with that. Sands, you can get little jars of sands, different sands from different places, and different colors to represent him. So he is a patron of sailors and those who work on the ocean, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, lifeguards, fishermen, those who do professional scuba diving. Also, he likes people who do home brewing themselves. So if you're a brewer brewing ale or beer, he's a god for you. Remember, Joker just covered up the card, but it comes from the Giant's Tarot, but Raven Caldera. So he can represent our emotions from calm to erratic. So the meaning of this card, and I'll just read a little bit. In the King of Cups, Aegir is shown next to his huge brewing cauldron, speaking to one of his smallest subjects. This card indicates good emotional judgment, fatherly nurturing, and keeping one's strong emotions under good control. Reversed, it indicates poor emotional judgment, feeling emotionally unfed, and being unable to care for the feelings of others due to the overwhelming dysfunctions of your own problems. So again, here's the book, the Giant's Tarot, that comes with it. It comes with this nice book. It's really cool. Things that you can also do to him, for him, is to recycle your garbage. So if anything could be recyclable, to reduce, reuse, and recycle so it doesn't go into our oceans. Think about donating your time or money to organizations or societies that help keep the ocean clean and to protect whales, dolphins, and sharks from going extinct, to protect the coral reefs, and to protect the wetlands, to protect the ocean. Those are the things that you can protect to honor him. Not protect him, sorry. So when we look at Aegir, he is the Lord of the Sea. And literally means the sea. I know I'm repeating a little bit, but that's how I teach, that's how I learn. He is beloved. He was beloved, and he was feared, and he still is being called again, and people are calling him again. He's becoming more popular. So you can petition him for your safety and give him offering when you're traveling. Maybe you're going on that cruise, a day cruise, or a cruise that can last a week or two. You can give him offering. He's also a god. He's a very rich and wealthy god. He he has more than enough food, more than enough drink, and way more enough treasures and gold. He can help you with finances. He can help you with your income. So he can help you on investments, and he can help you be a gracious host. He can help you when you are throwing parties or lavish parties or a banquet or a ball. And he can help you with prestige. So he can help you with abundance. And that could be abundance of not just dealing with money, but it can be. So when people do spells of abundance and all of a sudden they didn't get money, they got like maybe abundance of clothes that they needed or abundance of food. So it doesn't necessarily mean money. Same thing with prosperity. Just do out an outright money spell. Because prosperity could be prospering in something else. Maybe your home life can prosper. Maybe your family can prosper. But when we talk about prosperity, it doesn't just mean money. Aegir can be very pleasant, but he can also be a bit of a miser when he wants to. He's very ancient. He's possibly even primeval. Primeval even. Primeval. So he's an ancient spirit. And as I said, he's good terms with the other deities. He's always a generous host. And invitations to his banquets and parties in the undersea is deeply desired and coveted. So he is a god that can protect ships or cause shipwrecks or someone to go over board. And he is also very knowledgeable. He knows a lot of things. He's very smart, very intelligent, and he's seen as a man with flowing hair like the waters, long flowing hair, a long flowing beard. He's a tall, very masculine man. He's very proud of his beard. He loves his beard. He will take good care of it. He grooms it. He adorns it with seashells, gold coins, beads, plants, and different types of charms. So when we go back to the offerings, think about giving him grooming kits for his beard. Don't throw it in the ocean. Don't pollute our oceans, but put it on his altar. Offer it to him. Beard oil, a grooming kit, little some charms for his beard. He would love that. I mean, some people may even say, "Oh, don't throw coins in the ocean." I mean, people do. People give offerings, so I do. And you can give like charms as long as this doesn't have a hook on it, because we don't want anyone to step in it or animals to get it lodged in their throat. So anything with like earrings, take the hook off or take the back off so it doesn't get lodged in an animal, please. So if you want to give jewelry, make sure that it's safe to give. So you want to give a ring or something, that's fine. His daughters are the 9 wave maidens. So he does have the 9 daughters. He also has a son. And he is a god of good fortune. So I know I don't have a script, so just deal with me. How long have I been talking? Wow, 27 minutes. I didn't think I was talking that long. He's a god of basically the god Odin. The god Odin himself, the great high one, favors Aegir's mead, his brewing. Loves it. Odin loves drinking the brew that Aegir makes. And despite being a Jotun, Aegir is a welcome guest to the halls of Asgard. So in Asgard, Aegir is regarded as a friend and a VIP guest. Aegir loves feasts, he loves banquets, he loves parties. So when you're having maybe a little get together, think about giving something to Aegir too, or welcome him as a guest. And these gatherings are also important because it gives an opportunity for the deities to create alliances, to strengthen friendship, and to exchange wisdom, stories, and strategies. And to have peace and merriment. So Ran also controls the ocean, which he also uses a net to capture sailors and basically drown them. Aegir is the power of fluidity and to expand. So he can help you expand your vision. He can expand your power. He can expand your authority. He can also be there to overwhelm enemies, basically take them down. Aegir is his personality is very complex. I'll just say that. So he serves to remind one to have great respect for the ocean and the seas. That we may like to think that we can conquer everything. Nature will have its way. As we have seen tsunamis taking over land, we're seeing the oceans growing, and hurricanes are getting bigger and worse. Just remember that. It's the okay, hurricanes are fed by the ocean. The longer it's out in the ocean and the warm ocean, the stronger it can get until it gets on land. Then, as it goes through land, it will weaken. It needs the ocean to feed it. And warmth. So it follows a place of low pressure, and it's directed or guided away from something by high pressure, and also you have El Nino and stuff. Again, even the ocean has a pull on the tide. I mean, the moon has a pull on the tides of the oceans. And when it's full, it seems like it goes through the ebb and flow due to the ocean. And that's what Aegir does. He ebbs and flows, ebbs and flows. He can bring things into your life, good or bad, or take things from your life, good or bad. So does have an unpredictable nature. And Aegir does love his wife. He does have a good relationship with her. His 9 daughters represents the representing the different aspects of the seas. And the different how it is. I'm trying to come up with like different ways the ocean is. So He represents, okay, so another thing about water is it is a great conductor for spirits. That's one thing. So he's also sometimes seen crowned with seaweed. That his crown could be seaweed. He's able to show you how to work and connect with the emotional plane. He's able to connect you with the undines as well. And in water, in Wicca and witchcraft, water is in the west. Okay? This needs to stop, guys. Every time. Loki and who's fighting? Oh, Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty don't want to play with you. Bye, Loki. Did you hear that? And in fact, not only is his gold perform lights up the place, it also provides warmth. And remember, gold is called the fire of Aegir. 37 minutes. So there is a statue that shows him holding a trident and looking like Poseidon. And that's the only statue I can actually find of Aegir. And now I can't even find that, but I've seen it. And the time when I didn't have the money, it was available. And now that I did have the money, it was not available. So go figure. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. So his hall is absolutely gorgeous. His hall is filled with gold, coral, decorated with coral. It's gorgeous and filled with gems, bedecked with gems, and the wealth of all the sunken ships, which is like his stolen plunder. Oh, go back to your offerings. I'm sorry. Bread. He does like bread. So you give him any hearty bread, which is it's another thing that he does like. So he's very protective of those he loves and cares for. He is how can I say it? It reminds me of his energy is just bobbing up and down in the sea. That's his energy. Sort of like he's very deep. Um, there are things that he deals with mysteries. He deals with the mystery of the mind and of the emotions. He deals with definitely with the sign of Pisces. But definitely people who are born on the water signs. So if your water sign, if your sun sign is that of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, you're definitely those are his signs. Okay, he's going to deal with that. He is he could be very overbearing when he wants to. He can take away a problem and wash it out. He also can cleanse a problem. He's got some good advice. He's very good at advice. So he definitely likes celebrations, so it could be a reception of a wedding, a birthday party, family get together, a holiday dinner. So those are the things he likes. And really, Miss Kitty, please don't start. Oh, here comes Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is here. Miss Kitty is here. So he has been connected to midwinter, but also people have been connecting him to this time of the year of Samhain. And he is, because he also deals with the dead. He also deals with those who drowned at sea. So we can also do something for him for all the sailors that died at sea during World War One, World War Two, and any war can be remembered. Hang on, I'll be right back. So, anyways, sorry about that. Come on, man. Fucking Loki. Oh, he got in. So, what I wanted to say is that Aegir is also, he's a brother to the god Kari, Kari, and that's the god of the wind. Why do you guys do this to me? Come on, go out then. Freaking annoying. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for Aegir, because I'm just getting a bit frustrated and I'm getting distracted. But he has been seen in movies, video games, and television shows. Aegir is becoming more popular today than he was, say, about 20 so odd years ago. I just love it how they just move everything. Don't nip me, Miss Kitty. Hey! Don't do that. That's a bad girl. Hey, don't you get snotty with me. You're a little snot nose, you know that? So anyways, I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you learn more and understand that Aegir, is he approachable? Yes, he can be. Okay, he can be. It's like he can be approachable. So thank you for watching, and please think about donating to those victims, donating money or whatever to those victims of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. So please share my video with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, blessed be.